Yes, recording in progress. All right. So today's Motivation Monday, we are going to talk about motivation. And we are going to get a little bit into psychology today. And we are going to talk a little bit about how the brain operates. So, because I talked a little bit about last week, internal motivation versus external motivation, which is a subset of motivation itself. But today I want to kind of point out that we often, when it comes to having motivation and wanting to do things, a lot of times I think one of the common things is I just don't want to, I don't feel like it, right? Especially when we're trying to make changes. And it's important to recognize that when it comes to habits and making changes, the brain is the primary thing you're fighting, honestly, because one of the things the brain does really, really well is protect us, and it likes routine. So the things that we do regularly, the brain sees as safe. So that means that anytime we try to change our routine or anything that we're doing, our brain sees it as unsafe or uncertain. So it is trying to protect us from uncertainty and safe, not being safe. Okay, so it's important to recognize that you're up against a battle when you have those feelings of, I don't feel like it today. That's a very real and legitimate feeling. That's okay, that happens. So what we have to do though about it is that we have to recognize that we are fighting our brain because our brain's trying to keep us safe. We also have to do a little bit of deep digging into why we say that to ourselves, because it's coming from a place of uncertainty here, but it can also be coming from a little bit deeper. And I saw something that inspired me today by one of the PhDs that I follow, one of the psychologists, talking about if you're saying to yourself, I don't feel like X, right? Like, I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like eating vegetables. Try thinking about it as, say to yourself, I don't feel capable of that, right? And that lends itself a little bit more towards our fear side. So if you start saying that to yourself, I don't feel like getting up out of bed. Let's go a little bit deeper than that. Do you not feel capable of getting up from bed? And if so, what is that? Where is that coming from? Is there self-doubt, right? Is there self-judgment? Is there fear? And when we're talking about exercise and nutrition, when it comes to those things, there is it's really, really common to have a lot of self-doubt and have a lot of fear and feeling like you're just not capable, because a lot of times we've done this before, right? And maybe we tried and maybe it didn't go well. Maybe that fear side of our brain held us back before and we let it. So going forward, knowledge is power, right? I'm a big fan of that. The more you know, the more you can overcome some of these things. So let's put that together. So you say to yourself, maybe you wake up and you say, I don't feel like working out today. Okay, so let's take a stop. Our brain is saying, I am not used to doing that and it's uncertain to me. So I'm going to hold you back because I'm not used to that, right? So your brain is already saying that to you. Now you have to say to your brain, this is a safe thing for me to do, right? But what am I scared of? Where is my doubt coming from? Right? What am my self-limiting belief? What is that? Is it because I've tried to work out in the past and not been able to stick with it? Right? Is it because I'm extra tired from working out? Where is that coming from? It could be a million different things, right? Everybody has their own unique experiences. So that's where it's coming from. So anytime we're introducing a new routine, no matter how good it is for us, it could be the best thing, eating all this healthy food and working out and all this great stuff for us, your brain is still going to feel scared and frightened because it's new and it's uncertain. Okay, so what we have to do, another thing we have to do is really focus in on our reward. Okay, now there's two different things here when we talk about rewards too. There is an internal reward, so what you're feeling on the inside here, and then there is more of an external reward, like I should be eating broccoli and I did, so therefore I am good. I check the box, I whatever, right? There's that kind of motivation versus the I ate broccoli and my, now I feel full of fiber and I went to the bathroom better. Like, for example, right? So you have to find some of these rewards that really come from an internal place, how you're feeling, what made you feel good. Did working out make you feel strong? Did it feel good to sweat? Did it feel, did you feel more powerful in your body? What kind of internal rewards are you getting? Not just, I checked the box today, I did it, because that's not enough for your brain. That's not enough to satisfy your brain and actually change your mindset and change that fear trigger that's going off in your brain because it's uncertain, because it's still not recognizing how much better you feel because you've changed your habits. So another example, here's a big example, quitting smoking, right? That's a really hard one. And your brain gets used to you smoking all the time. That feels safe, that feels comfortable. So now you introduce trying not to smoke. So that feels very uncertain. Your brain is gonna resist it and you're gonna wake up and say, I don't wanna not smoke today. I wanna have it, I wanna have it, wanna have it. So by doing so, now what you have to talk to yourself about is, now I didn't have a cigarette, now I breathe better, or I didn't cough today, or my voice was more clear, or some sort of self-satisfaction and some sort of internal feeling, versus I checked the box and I didn't do it, right? You have to have an internal feeling and really let that sink in and have that reward, because all habits are just cues, habits, and rewards. So getting that reward center to sink in and sync up with your brain and letting it see that this is okay to do this habit, I'm getting a good reward out of it, will help make your brain feel more safe and more secure. So that's like a deep psychological dive into some motivation and kind of where it's coming from. So just to recap, I know that's a lot in a very short period of time, but it's important to recognize that it's normal to feel like you don't want to do something new. It's normal to feel not up for, or have your brain resist change. Okay, so that's completely normal. One thing that you can do to help with that is to dig a little bit deeper into what's the fear? Where are you afraid you're not capable of doing it? Are you afraid is there self-doubt? Is there something that's happened before that's making you feel a little bit afraid of making the change? And two, really getting into the reward center to celebrate those internal rewards, how you're feeling and what is making you feel better by doing this new changed habit. Okay, there you have it. Nice little mini lesson. Are there any questions? Do you have any questions about this or anything else? Rachel? All right, girl, you're the only one on. So do you have any questions? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right, good. Well, if you have any questions, I hope you enjoyed my mini lesson. And if you have any questions, just hit me up and you know where to find me. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Okay. All right. Have a great day. Bye.